Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. This is Dee with Older INFP Insights. I have one announcement to make, and that is that I am not going to be making any more videos until August. I'm taking the month of July off, and actually the last week of June, so this will be my last video until August. So I hope everybody stays safe and has fun for the summer. Hopefully I can get out and go somewhere and do something. So that's what's going to be happening. And again, thanks for everything. If you like my videos like you normally do, like, share, subscribe, comment below. I always enjoy the comments. Today I want to just, and I'll get into more serious things maybe that people have asked about back in the fall when the weather gets cooler. It's really hot where I am right now. Can't think straight. So anyway, but thought I would just make a comment or two about what I saw on TV, on YouTube. I was watching a tarot reading. It just kind of interested me to see. I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. That's how I get my information. I just read the titles. Works good for me. I can just skip around. It's how I get the news, how I get all kinds of things. Sometimes I watch the videos, short ones. But anyway, this one was a tarot reading, and it was talking about, I don't know what it was talking about, but it got me to click it. And she was talking about different things about the person that she's reading for. And one thing it said that was kind of interesting to me, that made me connect the dots to maybe what INFPs are for, or some are anyway. Purpose in life and mission, and maybe put another spin and something else to think about us being so alone. That have a mission, a purpose in life. And say, well, I don't have a purpose, I don't know what to do. Well, I think we do. And that is, are we catalysts? Now, the tarot reader said, whoever was watching that they are catalysts, and she was talking about love relationships, but it can be any relationship. A catalyst, which to teach people how to love, to teach people who don't know how to love. And she said it very simply. She was extremely young. I would say probably not much more than 20, but really young. So I'm going to put it into a little more sophisticated terms. And it does make sense, and it makes, INFPs can connect the dots really well. And I looked over my videos to see what subjects are the most popular, and this, that, and the other, and what I've talked about, because I don't want to talk about the same thing all the time. And there are a lot of similarities in quite a few of the videos of what I talk about, and it's connecting the dots. And it got me to thinking about my video of, specifically of the one that says, do you feel like you're just someone to hang out with until someone else comes along? And a lot of people relate, that resonated with them, resonates with me. And I know that's happened in friendships. I know that's happened in relationships. You try to get somebody to come around. You try to get somebody to respond to you in the way that you think is healthy. And yes, I think we do attract emotionally immature people, or people who don't know how to express their emotions, and we do. And that, opposites attract, so I think that has something to do with it. But, and I had heard the word catalyst before on some of the threads. Now, I know what the word means in the dictionary, but I had never heard of the word as it relates to relationships. And I'm going to broaden it, because it's always online and everything about romantic relationships. This could be friends, this could be co-workers, this could be family, this could be somebody, romantic partner, I think, because I'm expanding it. The catalyst, and I thought, well, what in the world do they mean by that? That's not something that I'm familiar with. But after listening to the tarot reader for about 10 minutes, I got to thinking, yeah, that does sound right. that is what happens. That's what I can relate to, is that you meet somebody and you think you're going to be buddies, or you think you're going to be dating, or whatever you think you're going to be doing. You're going to get close. You're going to have a bond. You're going to have a connection. Whatever connection that is, you're going to have a connection with them. You get all excited, this, that, and the other. You feel like you are. And I think we do have a tendency to want to work on people. We're good listeners. I think somebody said, and I can't remember who, that our type is the best listener out there. Yay for us. We're good listeners. We are, and I've mentioned this over and over again, I'm going to get off the feeling kick one of these years, but we feel deeper than the other types. Because of the introverted feeling, we lead by that. We make decisions by that. That just dictates who we are and what we are a lot of times, which is different, and people misunderstand it. But people are drawn to us because of it. They like that about us. I just know somebody the other day that had door slammed me. That was when I talked about I don't know who door slammed who, really. Was talking the other day and actually asked for my advice. We hadn't talked in months, and we started talking again and just asked for my advice. And I thought, well, that's odd. The whole several years we were talking, never took my advice, never asked or wanted this, that, and the other, and actually said that it helped a whole lot with the situation. And I'm like, whoa, that's a little bit different. So we do help people. And I think when we help people and they learn and take the lesson, then they don't need us anymore. We don't need them anymore. I think maybe we're sent to do that. Do you believe in that kind of thing? Somebody was asking me one time, where's the science to tarot? Where's the science to spirituality and healing? There's no science to it. That's a whole different thing. I could talk forever about that, but science is science, and spirituality and the spirit's world and whatnot is something different. And that's just, I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to get into it. It's too complicated. But we have that in us, that quality in us that people like, and once they learn it and take the lesson, then they go off to someone else. Now, it hurts if it's friends. I know it hurts to have that done, but in romantic relationships, it hurts a whole lot. I mean, that has happened to me. I'm sitting here thinking, that's happened to me probably most of the time. It's like, I work and I work and try to get somebody to respond, whatever it is, and move to the next level, or this, that, and the other. And be nice and be patient and be all this stuff that we are. And then when they get the hang of it or whatever, and then the next thing you know, then they break up with you, and then they're with someone else doing all the things that you try to get. And I don't mean this in a sexual sense. I'm just talking about in a relational sense. It's just they treat the next person the way that you wanted them to treat you. That's what I'm trying to say. That you worked on trying to get them to do, and trying to tell them, well, it might help if you did this way, or it might, whatever you say or do. That is really a slap in the face. That's happened to me several times, and if it's happened to you, let me know down below in the comments. I have a feeling it has. And then they go off and do their thing with somebody else. And then you're by yourself. And then you find somebody else, and the same thing happens in time. Now, that's not every INFP. It may not be another INFP, maybe just me. Maybe that's another part that has nothing to do with INFP, but I'm thinking that maybe it does, since we are good listeners, since we are good counselors. That's a good career choice for us, since we are deep feelers, and everything else we have with our personality. And we give a million chances to people. We let them make mistakes. We understand them. I'm thinking maybe it is an INFP thing. Maybe that is why the ones of us who are by themselves are by themselves. Now, I know there are a whole lot of INFPs out there who are happily married or happily in relationships or happy family or happy whatever. That's fine. We are all different. But I was just wondering if that's happened to you, even those that are happily whatever in relationships. You found somebody that didn't leave after they learned their lesson, if you've had that experience. So I would just close by saying, what's the takeaway from all this, knowing? The takeaway is turning up. I like to, that's the INFP thing, trying to see the good in everything. The good to this is that we're doing some good in the world. If somebody that you care about, if you found somebody that you care about, and then they're going to stick with you, and we being the kind of people that we are, we only want one or two friends anyway, and we're very loyal, so if we get into friendships or a romantic relationship, we tend to want to just stay, so we don't get to know that many people. But if we are a catalyst, then we're helping, and we're helpers in that way, then we're helping more people, because when we get left, or we leave or get left, usually get left, then we are able to interact and do this with more people. And what would the world be like if everybody was an INFP? How much better the world would be, how much better the world is that we have touched more people than we would have touched if the first one or two had stuck. See what I'm saying? I hope so, because I'm rambling and I'm confusing myself. So when I'm confusing myself, it's time for me to stop talking and thinking. So anyway, that's just something I thought about. Are INFPs catalyst? And if we are, then that's what good we are doing in the world. And be proud of that, because the world needs more INFPs. Not that many of us out there. I think there's probably less than anybody else. They say INFJs are, but I think most INFJs are mistyped. All the ones that I know I think are mistyped. But I'll let them have it. If they think they are, they are. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. That we do good for the world. We do good in the world. We do have a purpose. And our purpose is to teach people, maybe, to teach people how to love. And isn't that beautiful? So I'll leave you on that note. And until next time, which will be August, stay safe.